Okay, so preferable breeding. I'm going to break this section into two parts, and before I even talk about either of them, I'm going to talk a bit about how this isn't really a guide as much as it is tips. So this first part is going to be kind of an order of how to do things if you have very limited resources, and the second part will be how to use the resources that we build in the first part, or how to use resources that you already have to make the best that you can make. So it all depends on what kind of Pokemon you already have access to as far as IVs, natures, that kind of thing. So it's all up to you, but the first part is a really good guide to start off, and the second part is a very good guide to kind of see how you can maximize your stats. So for battling, the perfect natures and multiple 31 IVs are a must. Sometimes you will also need certain egg moves and abilities. This is where we used everything I just said and combined the different breeding methods for your Pokemon. So the first thing you want to do is to check to see if you need egg moves or it's a hidden ability, and then breed for both on one Pokemon. If you need both, it will really lower your chances on getting good IVs later on, like I said. So getting both is kind of hard. If you only need one, try to get the correct gender for the next breeding cycle. So male or female according to which one you need. Then breed with another Pokemon with a nature you want. Obviously Ditto would be preferable, but give the other Pokemon an Everstone and then breed for the nature. So when breeding for egg moves and hit abilities, RNG will be harder to deal with. If you only need one, make sure it's male or female. Now you should have a Pokemon with its egg moves, hidden ability, and nature, as long as you, or one of the three, or two of the three, depending on which one you need. So it just all depends on what you need, but make sure you have that nature, and make sure if you need egg moves or hidden abilities, you have it on that Pokemon, and give that one an Everstone. Then use that Pokemon and breed it with another Pokemon with a max IV that you want, and then give the max IV Pokemon a power item. So obviously, like I said, Dittos would be preferable. So both your Pokemon should be holding items. Your Pokemon that you just breeded should be holding an Everstone to make sure the nature does not get lost, and the new Pokemon with the max IV, like I said, power item. So make sure you get everything correct so far. So the outcome should be what you need. Obviously, again, you'll have to get a couple if you need a certain egg move or hidden ability, but this is where most people stop. This is where chances get higher of getting like bad Pokemon, and this is where most people stop. So your outcome should give you a perfect IV and the stat that you gave the item, the stat that you wanted, the one that you just bred for. It should also have the nature, and there's a chance that it will have the egg move and hidden ability. So congrats. This is where most people stop. The next part, I'll discuss how you can take this Pokemon or a couple Pokemon that you just bred from your two parents to take it to the next level to get multiple IVs. So yeah, next part. Okay, so this last part's not really planned out. I'm just gonna kind of rant on how I think would probably be the best way to get your Pokemon, but I obviously, like, it all depends on what you have. It just all depends on what you have available. But first I should probably say, obviously the best thing, like the easiest way, is if you had a Ditto that had max IVs and everything, and you gave it a Destiny Knot, and then you breeded it with the Pokemon that you just got, that holding an Everstone, obviously, you'll get a Pokemon with everything that you should need, or you'll eventually get it, and you'll have a chance of getting 5 IVs passed down, and those 5 IVs could be passed from your Ditto. So, and it could also be passed by your Pokemon if it actually does happen to have IVs. So when you're breeding this far down and you're breeding multiple eggs, always check to see if your Pokemon have maxed IVs, because that will be beneficial. At this point, you pretty much just want to breed as many as you can, and when a Pokemon has multiple IVs, when it has like 2 or 3, start using Destiny Knot instead of power items, and just keep going until you get 6. So there's really no best way to do this. It just matters which Pokemons have which IVs, what items you're using. If both Pokemon only have one max IV, you're going to want to use power items. before you use Destiny Knot. You're not going to want to use Destiny Knot right off the bat, obviously, because you won't have anything to pass down randomly. So that's really important. A lot of people think that, I saw like a bunch of people saying that they wasted their time getting all these power items because there's now Destiny Knot, but really, I mean, you're still going to need power items to get the original Pokemon unless you're super, super lucky. So, also, the main thing for Destiny Knot is you're going to want Dittos with multiple IVs if you're going to use Destiny Knot in a Ditto, or you're going to want to breed with power items a lot. Like, you're going to want to breed your Pokemon that you want without its nature with 2 max stats, and then breed it with a Pokemon with the nature and the max stat, and then breed those 2 with one holding it, with the one with the nature Everstone, and the other one with 2 Destiny Knot, so you'll have a chance of getting 3. And then you'll just want to keep doing that until you get more and more Pokemon with more and more IVs. And obviously, there's no really, like, I'm not going to, like, list all the statistics for each combination because it would be endless. There's just too many options. So you're going to want to do your research on, like, the best, how much you want to do. And honestly, if you're making a team, you're not going to want to, like, you don't need 6 IVs. The only thing that really matters is probably speed. I mean, if you want to, like, you're going to want, like, a couple, like, if you don't need egg moves or abilities, like, you might as well try to get 3 max IVs, but it just all depends on how much time you want to spend, what you want to get, like, it really depends on what you want to do. So, the Destiny Knot's good for expanding your options, but it will waste a lot more time, and it's all up to what you have available. Another thing is, if you do have access to a Ditto Safari, it can save a lot of time, and it's probably mandatory if you use Destiny Knot. So if you do have access to a Ditto IV, you don't really need power items. I guess you still need it for your original Pokemon, but like you won't need it later on. So yeah, Dittos are important. If you can find a perfect Ditto with max IVs and everything, then yeah, use Destiny Knot all day. But if you only have like regular Dittos, it's not worth your time. It all depends on you. So that's my guide. I hope you understood everything. The last part, like I said, you might not understand. It's just me ranting, but that's how I feel breeding should be. So I guess I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Glad you enjoyed, and if you have any questions or if anything gets outdated, if you have any questions, comment. If anything gets outdated, I do plan on making an update video or like posting in the description anything I got wrong. But I'm fairly confident that as far as everything released now, this is all correct information. So thank you.